What's happening, yous? What is happening? Give me a wee hi in the chat box. I feel I've not done one of these for ages. Would that be right? Oh, last week it was Easter Monday. Easter Monday. A few folk beating themselves up. Tonight, this is actually quite an important chat tonight, I think, for mindset, especially coming into summer. Also, a big congratulations to Leanne. Well done, mate. Big achievement. Thank you for your application to our level 11 diploma. And you got it. I'm happy with that because it's been quite a big deal for you. So well done. Right, let me get the questions up. This is what I wanted to start off with, right? Today. It's not a question from any of yous, but it was a message from a client. 8:30 in the morning. You know, that kind of like, oofed. 8:30 on a Monday morning. What's happening? So a few things are going well. Okay, good. Like, I really like the workouts and I'm going to the gym when I can. Good, great. I have more awareness of eating. Mindlessly after dinner has stopped. Good. But still struggle at times. Fine, we all do. I do. I feel I eat pretty well, right? The gustos are majorly helping. Good. My protein intake, not amazing, and there are days that my fibre intake's really good or it's really shite, but weight measurements and how I look has not changed at all. Now, I didn't expect this miracle, but I need to do more. I feel really frustrated. There's lots of things wrong with that, right? First of all, I'll give you the timeline. It's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. That I would say that actually she's kind of screwed the nut. The gustos have been coming for 2 weeks now. Aware about the eating after the dinner. I think she like lay with a wee boy, lots of munchies, just mindless eating. Like I just had a mento there and I went to Stacey, how many calories is in that? And I could have ate about 6 of them. She was like, 10. I'm like, I'm a fuck. That took me like literally fucking 40 seconds to eat. I don't want that. So that mindless eating after dinner, she was doing a lot of that. Very busy in her work, shift work, so quite up and down. What can you do? Leave your fucking job? No. So we've got literally 2 weeks. Now I'm telling you now, when I say to people the honest truth of how long fat loss, muscle gain takes, it's going to take you about a year, 6 months, a year. That's how realistic I am because I'm putting your expectations way down there. You'll probably see a wee difference in maybe 3 months if you're being very consistent, right? But because life goes like that, I'm saying a year to notice a difference, not 2 weeks. So listen, see that kind of text message? I've been there, that pure desperation, the pit of despair. The last bit, I feel really frustrated. Now, I didn't expect a miracle, but I need to do more. What more could you do? Your options are get rid of your kids because you're sitting eating with them. Get rid of your job because it's getting in the way of you doing hundreds of food prep and going to the gym twice a day and doing 10k steps. Just get rid of that. Now, a few things are going really well. She's doing her workouts. Great, you know. She's starting to be a wee bit more aware of what she's eating. This all takes a lot of time. And that's why I get people to sort of zoom out and go, let's just enjoy the fucking process. And then in contrast, I'll give you a text of a client who I've been training for 3 months. So that woman that messaged, listen, we've all been there, it's a fucking horrible feeling, but literally 2 weeks. And now she feels really frustrated. This is what separates people from being a yo-yo dieter or somebody that's going to stay the course, because it is frustrating. You do, if you're on a fat loss journey, feel a bit fucking hungry, feel a bit like, what the fuck's going on here? I feel I've been doing more. I feel I could see more. 2 weeks, like I'm telling you, 6 months to a year. So what would happen then is if I felt that way, I would fall back into an old pattern of behaviour. I would do something crazy and extreme and not be able to keep it up. So that's the yo-yo. You need to just go to yourself, listen, see what I've done in the past and I've been up and down. I need to just control this thought. I'm doing well because I'm getting to the gym. I'm feeling like I've got good energy. I feel more in control of my food. These are all good wee positive things that actually, if something maybe it's underrated, just feeling good and being in control of that and being able to enjoy your food without having to binge and all that. Focus on these things. If you're constantly focusing on the shape of your body, you will feel frustrated and you probably will be a yo-yo dieter until the fucking penny drops. So anyway, enough ranting. Hi everyone, sorry. But in contrast, I want to read this message to you. So this is a client I've had for a long time, and at the start, so years, right, at the start she's probably been a bit like, oh no, nothing's happening. So, but today she wrote, I've sent those progress pictures on. It looks like there's absolutely no difference, but I feel so much better. I feel stronger. I feel trimmer, and I'm comfortable in my pre-baby jeans. I feel more confident at the gym, and I really like staying on track. So I hope you're okay and surviving the holidays. Look at the difference of that mindset. So she's actually been training longer. One of my clients that sent that than the girl that sent the desperate message this morning. She's put her progress pictures up. This is probably her 5th month. She's not actually seen that much difference. So she's been quite consistent, I would say, for about 4 months. Wee bit up and down, new baby, nothing too bad. So we started training in January. It's January, February, March, April, 4 months, right? She, because she was away having a baby, then she came back. So 4 months of training, and she done her progress picture. She doesn't see much different, but she feels all those good things. The client today, really frustrated. I need to do more. What else can I do? She's going to what else can you do? Do you know what I mean? The option is get rid of your kids. Divorce for your man so you can share your kids. Like you're running into things. You've got to have these realistic expectations. So what I'm saying is the difference is in the mindset. That girl sends her progress pictures in, no difference, feels good, she's going to continue on. The other girl, 2 weeks down, not seeing a quick enough difference, raging, angry headspace for the rest of the day. What are you more likely to do? Have compassion for yourself and still eat well because you're enjoying the process, or go, this isn't fucking working, scunnered and binge eat? What are you going to do? So that's the difference, isn't it? And I've done this job for 20 years, so I see a lot of this. I can actually smell fucking desperation off somebody when they're on a fat loss journey, and I'm waiting on a text like this because I know that they aren't working on that mindset. Fat loss is fucking slow, it's fucking boring, and if somebody tells you or sells you something different, they're literally just a salesman. They're selling you a snake oil because there's no other way about it. You need to be in a calorie deficit in the best way possible, in the healthiest way possible, and that's really slow because you still want to go out for your dinner sometimes. Maybe you have a takeaway once a week. If I had to strip everything back out of your life that made you happy, you could probably lose fat quicker, but then you would be unhappy. You go back to your old life. So what I'm saying is you need to focus on this is a process and a journey, and see the fact you get to do it. That's already something you should be grateful for. There's a lot of people that I know that can't train. There's something wrong with them, something seriously wrong with them. They would love to have the moan of, oh, I'm not seeing fat loss quick enough. They'd love that. They would love that to be their fucking worry. So you've got to kind of like have a rational person in your mind. And when the irrational person like that is going like that, oh, you're not doing quick enough, 2 weeks, it's not quick enough. You've got to be able to control that person. Do you know what I mean? Now that's been an outburst of crazy, probably after my reaction back, go away and go fuck. And that's kind of what my job is. I can be the person that goes, you're not being rational, you're being fucking crazy. But you need to be able to self-regulate yourself. Crazy shit. Fucking hell. Anyway, how's everyone? Let me get to your messages. And I've already said congratulations to Leanne, haven't I? Yes, I have, because I was off on a rant there. But it's frustrating for me because I'm like that. You're doing great, you know. You have kids, you have a full-time job, you're fucking doing well. You're still fitting the gym in. Like, you need to sort of look at what you're doing objectively. If a friend came and told you this, you would probably go out to your friend, I think you're doing great, chill out. You need to be that person for yourself. You need to be your own friend. So let me see, and I'll stop ranting now. Oh, hi everyone. So, questions. Right, okay. What a cool subject with the latest podcast. How did you feel after the wee trial? And then that was from Victoria as well, asking how I felt after the wee. If anybody hasn't seen the podcast, if you've listened to the podcast, the woman in the podcast was, when I read her and I found her online, which again is always dodgy. I got a good one last week, didn't I? But so I found her online and it was talking about basically the stuff I talk about, like if you're stressed and you've got these emotions you've not dealt with, it's going to manifest itself in a physical way in some sort of health illness, and it'll make you pay attention. I love all that chat. her chats seem to be that online, but anyway, she uses this technique where she has her fingers like this. So this was what was on the podcast. If you watch it, if you're just listening to it, you've got to kind of describe it. It's not got the same effect. But anyway, so she was doing this, right? So she basically embodied me. This I was trying to explain this to Stacey. She was like, what's just happened out there? I'm like, the woman was me. Like, what? The woman was me. So her name was Avney. Her name was Avney. So she was doing this and she goes, my name is Avney, right? See? That means that my name is Avney and I'm not lying. If I was lying, the fingers would come apart. Or if it was not true, the fingers would come apart. So then she goes, does this. And then she says, I am Christine. So I was like, oh. So she became in my subconscious mind. And she was doing that. And she went, am I Christine? Oh. She was locked in because this was true. So then she was going to do 3 emotions. So the first emotion was, one of the emotions was overwhelm, that she was able to go into my subconscious and ask the subconscious questions so that I didn't even need to answer my physical body. She dove in to my subconscious mind and she asked the questions. Just out of curiosity on here tonight, just what you think. So the question, how did you feel after the trial? Did I notice any changes? I want you to message in this little box right now. Did you think I noticed any changes? What do you think of that? So I'm telling you what she did. She went through and asked my subconscious mind and went, you're feeling overwhelmed. Which, see, anyway, my emotional state with the Easter holidays isn't good. And I'm not even fucking exaggerating. I'm not coping with these kids off school. So she goes, right, overwhelm. And then she does the thing and then she went, and she's like, you might feel a tingling and stuff like that, but that's that feeling gone, that emotion gone. The next one was panic. So she does it, but she's not asking me, she's asking my subconscious. Panic, gone. And I can't remember what the other one was. Panic, fear, overwhelm. So she then went, gone. So obviously, when you've got somebody on for a podcast, you need to remember that's that person's business. They've shared their time with you. They're doing you a favour. They're coming on to my podcast. Unfortunately for me, I'm not great at hiding the facial expressions, so I was able to keep it together slightly. Not brilliant. Hold on, I'm not sure. It's hard to believe, but I did resonate with the heart wall stuff. Right, so I didn't get anything from it. However, these things do work for people because if you believe something, then it can shift your own mindset. For me, years ago, when the chakra woman aligned my chakras, did she? But it didn't matter because what happened for me was a mind shift change. So it worked for me. I'm quite sciencey. I need logical explanations across a camera. What do you in the camera now, because it is somebody's business, I need to keep a straight fucking face, man, and I want you to appreciate how difficult that can be. So if you've not heard the podcast yet, try and watch it visually. Now I've told you this, you can watch, because I'm kind of like doing all this. You've got to remember that it is her business and it will be helping people. And I do believe that, when we don't deal with stress, it will manifest itself. So she wasn't a million miles away, but then when we started this, of course I went along with it because it's fucking brilliant car crash telly. You love it when I do something like that. The one with the sound balls that I had on once, who was fucking barking mad, man. And I was going like that and I couldn't hear her sound ball. And she's going, do you hear that? Do you feel that? And I was like, yes, no, of course I don't. But anyway, like some of what she said made a bit of sense, but I don't believe she can hack into your subconscious mind. Well, hypnotherapy, like that's what they're doing basically, sort of getting into subconscious mind. Like, I'm a believer, but I'm on the fucking Zoom. Nothing. She was like, you'll feel a tingling. I was like, no, I don't. But I was like, So just if you watch it, have a fucking watch, man. The things that honestly is one of those moments where you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Maybe I should just, I don't know, do something. I mean, what? But anyway, it's good. She helps people. That's brilliant. That's what for her. I didn't feel anything off it. But it was quite a cool episode because something different, isn't it? Not as good as Zaria. And the audio lesson this week is all about attachment styles because we are going to have Zaria on and in the membership on a masterclass. She's fucking excellent, very good at her job. That'll be a really good masterclass, so I want you to be clued up on it. And it means we can ask really good questions. So she's going to be doing the attachment style. Right, hold on. Next. Let's see, Lisa, question for tonight's live. How to get out of a bad headspace. I think just before I read any more of that, how to get out of a bad headspace, I would need to know why I was in a bad headspace. So I need to sit down myself and work out why am I in a bad headspace, be really honest with myself. If that meant doing a little brain dump, writing some notes down, thinking about things, doing some meditation for some things to come to light. If I'm in a bad headspace, I'd need to honestly take some steps back to work out why. Just feel stuck at the moment. Again, why is it you feel stuck? What's creating the feeling of stuck? Is it you? Is it a partner that's making you feel stuck because you can't set boundaries, can't move on with them? What's the reason of feeling stuck? That's hugely important to know what that is, because if you feel stuck and you find out the reason of feeling stuck, then that's the reason you're in a bad headspace. And then it becomes a process of correcting those things. Do you know what I'm saying? So I hope that makes sense. Still feeling like I have a bug and it's getting me down so much. So is it literally just you're not feeling in good health? Why don't you take a trip to the Chinese doctor? Maybe get some acupuncture, release some blockages. But for me, I'm always really proactive with my health. I wouldn't kind of sit and be like, I'm feeling like shite and I'm still feeling like shite. I'd be like, how can I not feel like shite? Because I'm not feeling like this anymore. Things would I'd probably go to my Chinese doctor, get some that, I'd pure up my meditation. I'm still walking daily, so that's good, eating well, having my green teas, but my mood just isn't shifting. I would really have to look at why that was. Maybe you're lying to yourself about something, because when we get this thing, cognitive dissonance, it's basically where our beliefs and our actions aren't aligning with each other. So maybe you're trying to do all this stuff, not saying that this is you, but this can be quite common. So when I start training somebody, coaching them, they can start to do all these lifestyle changes. Their beliefs start to change. They have an almost spiritual awakening, shadow work and all that, but maybe their partner's still stuck. They're maybe with the old person, so the old you, right? So suddenly things become a bit uncomfortable. You're staying there, you're not really having the conversation with the partner, but like spiritually yous are growing apart, and that can be a real heavy thing that makes people feel unhappy. They don't really know that that's what making them feel unhappy, or they're pretending it's not because they don't know how to address it. When you're kind of living out of a line with yourself, no matter what that is. So for me, it was when I was younger, being a personal trainer. Oh, I'm a personal trainer, but I'd really, behind the scenes, horrible mindset, horrible disordered behaviours around food. So I wasn't aligning. I was telling people to do this and it'll be great and be healthy doing that, but that's not what I was doing. I was self-medicating. Then I was getting up in the morning and I was having to have some sort of upper to get me back in the sort of like, oh, I'm a PT, yeah. And then I was coming home having to take a downer to put. So I was like living this sort of lie, but portraying something else. But that wasn't making me feel aligned, so it was making me feel very unhappy. So I would just sit and pick away and sit with yourself and give yourself a bit of space, bit of kindness, get a pen, maybe sit with some fucking sage, bit of meditating and really dig deep. Sometimes it's a bit horrible to really go down to the depths of what's making you unhappy. And maybe you've already been there, maybe you deep down know, maybe you don't, but whatever it is, it will come to the surface. And then it's a case of, do you ignore it? Or do you start having to deal with it and just living your truth to yourself? So I hope that helped. Right, let me see. I won't be there. How dare you, Shona? Where are you? Playing picket ball? Are you playing picket ball instead of your night with us? I won't be there. I'm well rested. Have eaten properly. but feeling weak at the gym. This is a tough one because I just think the weather here is so fucking bad. I would like to see us all, if we lived in Spain, how much different our moods and stuff would be, because I believe that because we're so low in vitamin D, it's quite hard to G yourself up. Like, the weather, and I know we all moan about the weather, but fucking hell, I think a lot of people's fatigue is the weather. It's fucking spring now, right? It's fucking spring. It's dark, it's rainy, it's fucking horrible. Indoors, you're indoors. Like, we Stacey walked the dog the other day and it was just, the weather was so bad. We only walked him for like 10 minutes and then we were back in the house. Oh. Do you know what I mean? Where the fuck's the vitamin D at? So if you're maybe feeling like that and you're like, I'm resting, I'm eating, what's wrong? I would think it's because Scotland's wrong. So you either move away to a hot country or we up our vitamin D intake. So just like double the fucking dosage until you start to feel a wee bit brighter. So I would maybe go for that. Don't know about cycle as I don't get my period. I mean, it could be a hormonal fluctuation as well. Personally, I still think it could be the lack of sun. The lack of sun. Honestly, I'm like that. It's just, I can't do this weather anymore. Like, it affects your health because you're not getting out. See, my friends that live away in a hot country, they're all fucking out and about, having dinner outside, fucking running about, out hundreds of steps. They're like, wow, 24,000 steps. I'm like, fuck you, I can't even leave my house. It's blowing, it's a storm fucking outside. So I think the weather has got a lot to answer for our moods. And the fact that we've got the worst health fucking kicking about in Europe, do you know what I mean? What are we meant to do? And that's what I was saying as well. We do have the worst health, right? But the weather and the food we eat, all the businesses are closing down on the main street, high street, bum. Guess what stood the test of time? The Blue Lagoon. The fucking Blue Lagoon. The Blue Lagoon has been there since I've been 4 years old. Lululemon, gone. Marks and Spencer's, gone. Boots, away. Blue Lagoon, there it is. I'm selling health to the Blue Lagoon. Do you know what I mean? That's difficult. So anyway, can't wait to watch this. I listened to about 20 minutes at lunchtime, but that sounds a bit mad. Yeah. Kirsty, for you, man. You wouldn't believe it. But I would like to know what you thought of like my kind of like acting skills. Some I might pursue later in life, I don't know. You might see me on fucking EastEnders. Well, you might. But I'd like to know what you thought of that. Now I've told you the truth that I think that no. So watch it and then tell me how good my acting skills were. And then we could do some like improv or something fun like that. Right, let me see. That's a wee midgie flying about there. See, there we go. We've got horrible weather and midges. That's not good. So, Shona, yeah, I think up your vitamin D. You could also have a look as well at your protein intake. See if your protein intake's not where it should be. You can feel yourself that you're quite fatigued. You don't recover as well. But if you're saying that you're well rested and you've been to the gym and it's all good, then I would definitely do the vitamin D with K2. Vitamin D3 and K2 is your best option. Right, I think that I've covered everything. I've had my rants. So, that rant at the start of this is so important. You have got to be proud of yourself, even doing these small steps to get better. See if you're not, like, you're just this uphill battle of pure hating yourself. It's not good. It really is not good. So, progress is fucking slow, but see when it's fast, I'm very suspicious of that. Then I'm like, that ain't going to fucking work. That's not going to be sustainable. Because how can you go from, you'll know this with your man. If you've tried to change a man, you'll know. For fuck's sake, it's very hard to change. It's something you need to work at, and then sometimes you'll fall back into an old pattern, and then you'll catch yourself because you get better at it and go, oh no. But these things take time. So with fat loss, it is the same, because fat loss is ultimately behaviours and habits, right? Not just going, I can follow a diet plan. And fucking what? I can follow instructions with the sat nav. Do you know what I mean? You're good at following instructions. Take it away. Now go. Now you need to use the North Star. Well, I can't do that. A fucking compass. Well, I can't do that. That's how a diet plan is. Oh, good, you're following a plan. You've been able to follow a plan. No. Habits, what you think about yourself, your core beliefs, That's all fat loss, mate. And that takes fucking time. So now that my rant is over, I'm going to leave you alone to go and watch. Wait a minute. Do you feel better now? That's shite. No, but seriously. I had to keep a straight face at that. See you later. Oh, by the way, more of you should be doing workouts. I don't really know what you are doing. If you don't have a plan, then you're fucked at the gym. You're just making shit up. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to progress. These workouts are month to month. Please try and go use the code SPOILED. Go on the new membership, which is a fucking amazing perk. Like, it's online PT where you're getting somebody writing out your programs. They appear on your phone and then you just do them. Please start working out. It's the best thing you can do for your health. I don't care if you're working out at home, but do something good for the mind. None of the pish. I'll get real tough coming up to summer, just so you know. I get real fucking tough.